Welcome back, everyone, to our Disney Plus live reaction of the Ghost and Molly McGee, titled
Aqua Teen Hunger Ghost.
So we had a pretty good start last time with the big premiere of Season 2, in which we got to see the results of Molly taking out Death, of Scratch becoming the new Death, of the Ghost basically not knowing what to do with themselves because Scratch has no desire to leave whatsoever, as well as the brand new neighbors that move in across the street from the McGees, who just so happen to be ghost hunters. So we already have a good setup for what to expect in terms of conflicts for Season 2. And we're going to continue down that path with today's episodes.
Bookmarks the Sprite and Double Darryl and Trouble.
Oh boy, we have a Darryl-focused episode. You know nothing good ever comes of that. I'm interested to see in terms of how they're going to hide all this from the family, given we know they have high tech that can detect ghosts, so chances are they're going to be on their tail at every turn. So with that said, let's get started and see what happens when the McGees have to contend with the new ghost hunting family. And start. That's me!
Well, that's she.
The Ghost and Molly McGee. Did you notice in that one they had Libby?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I remember last week Jeff was in there.
Maybe they interchanged it.
Oh no! Worm Woman surrounded!
Worm Woman? That.
The Big Apple.
Wow! What an ending! Turtle Dove, I've got a honey-do list as long as your arm, but no honey to do the doing. Think you can handle watching the store alone? Of course you can. You're a capable young woman. You got this. Love you. Bye.
Okay, gotta go. Bye.
Water without supervision? Dear Journal.
That.
I rise to the occasion of this awesome.
That's kind of irresponsible given she's only 13.
So,
Like, I know she's technically a woman, but still.
does anyone here slurping? No food or drink in the store on my watch.
Hmm. Meh.
It's a cute little ghost. I must love reading. What's poison?
Aw.
Romantic fiction.
Looks like, from Soul, those little unborn, creatures.
Mm.
Oh, it's one of those word eaters.
It is devouring books. Literally. Hey, you gotta buy before you try.
Meh.
Okay, let me get in here. It's kind of identified as ghost type we're dealing with. I'd say what we got here is
Looks like a storm sprite to me.
yeah, that's what the lay people call it.
It's a ghost that consumes knowledge. Said to have caused the dark ages by destroying the world's books.
Yes.
Oh, is that why?
I do, and I know that's true because I've experienced it many times.
Yeah,
The knowledge, it consumes me.
One day I'm in charge. Mom's counting on me. At least we don't have
A customer.
a customer.
Mm.
Well.
Ah, no.
Hey, Ollie.
Ugh.
I'll not deal with a rogue ghost and a ghost hunter at the same time.
Well, we don't know that he's here in a ghost hunting capacity.
He came in with a ghost hunting device.
Cute little laugh. What you
Is that the vacuum from Brave Little Toaster?
It looks like it.
Worry about the stories right now. I'll deal with all.
Mm. What the?
Oh, Ollie.
Weird.
Hey, hi. Great to see you.
My actor detective's telling me there's a ghost in the store.
You mean your
Right?
EKG?
Molly, I won't stand by and let innocent book lovers be haunted. I'll rid you of this phantom. And if I have to prove it hard,
He's so pretty.
ghosts exist. Hey, bonus, right?
Right.
You think some human book is going to tell me how to do my job? Yeah, you're sure.
Mm. Oh boy.
In fact, it says here the story's rights defense mechanism is they can become the word they eat.
That's not good.
So become a Minotaur.
Yep.
I can stab in the dark there, but I'm guessing that book was the story of a minotaur.
My cool ghost
Fun.
can show me anything supernatural in this shop.
Oh, wait, I got a signal. It's pointing outside. Let's go.
Mm. Star
Star
Wars. Oh no.
I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire!
Nick Cage, what are you doing here?
Let the expert handle this.
Yeah, you've been doing splendidly so far.
I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm putting on my spooky chairman robe.
Mm. But
And that's helping how?
Just swear them down.
so I guess he doesn't control the sprites then?
Lost the ghost. I feel like I've let Brighton and you down.
What if the kindly ghost of her pet bear were helping maintain a town for a random example I just made up? Or what if the ghosts of Mayor's past could keep an eye out for Brighton's future? That wouldn't be so bad, right? And what if we became ghosts? Would we be mad? Because I would be the friendliest ghost ever.
I love your optimism. But ghosts aren't like us. They live to scare. They're mean, horrible creatures who prey on helpless kids. No one deserves to live in fear. No one! Uh-oh. Litter.
Look at that passion. That can is full, but he keeps jamming trash. How can it be?
So he's dumb and can't seek out other trash.
His heart for a dear friend of mine. He'll give a wounded raccoon.
Don't you die on me!
Can't he?
We haven't had. Oh! Alright,
Another-
ciao!
It's like that girl that says, oh, he's a really nice guy. He's just extremely racist against this one type of group. I'm trying to think of what Broadway show this is from, because it sounds familiar.
My favorite. Vanilla fudge.
No, I don't want it. It's too black and white. The world isn't black and white, Ollie.
Add sprinkles?
Oh, sprinkles are on the table, which obviously has sprinkles.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand why you're so sure that ghosts are bad. What
Too
did they
much.
do?
Too much.
Anything to me.
Not enough!
Maybe I should just show you what they did to him. Most unbelievers think we're a joke, but not you, Mom. I feel like you really get me. We both want to goodify the world.
By getting rid of ghosts?
Right.
How many sprinkles were in that?
Maybe he's back on the sprinkles?
Oh!
Mm.
Did you figure out a way to save us?
No, we're doomed.
Doomed.
Help, you don't eat me.
Wait a minute. That's it. Story sprites are what they eat.
So you're turning it into you?
What have I done? This place is a disaster, right? What's Mom gonna say when she gets back? She's gonna be so disappointed. Yeah, she trusted you, and you didn't rise to the occasion. Oh, the shame. This feels worse than the time at Andrea's sleepover in 3rd grade when no need to bring that up. The abridged version. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Libby.
Yeah, go be sick.
Scratch, you were right. Ollie may be dreamy, but he's dangerous. I know, deep, deep, deep down, he's just afraid of what he doesn't understand. Well, this bookstore was completely ruined before the story sprite came to understand me. So maybe there's still hope? Huh?
That's what you want to think. Yeah.
She's got, what's her name from Ducktales powers? Quackfaster. Yeah.
Also, is that book I'm American, so so are you or something?
Crime section.
Close enough.
I feel like fanfickers are gonna look too much in that whole sleepover thing with Libby and Andrea.
I've tried
You know they are.
but we still end up with things like
How could you, Darryl? Honestly, getting the chalk was the hardest part. Everything after that was easy.
We'll have a long, hard chat about this after school, young man. Wow! Did he capture O'Connor or what?
His line work? Chalk is a tricky medium, but he's showing some real artistic potential.
Not that a school wall is an appropriate medium.
Or that his principal is an appropriate subject.
Of course, of course.
I knew that they're fucking enablers.
Let me guess, you're to give me a Molly lecture about being good. What happened to living by the motto? What would Molly do?
She probably help her brother clean this wall.
Yeah, okay, just hand me that scrubber, mister, and let's...
Yeah.
You would help you, Darryl. If I do, you're not gonna learn your lesson.
Who's giving you the fish?
One little scrub, and that's it. Okay, one more.
She can never do just one.
You're an enabler too!
I'm done. That felt good. All yours, Darryl.
Molly, you used a ghost portal to split your spirit and body, right?
Why, yes, I did. To save Scratch in the ghost world. And I would do it again, my buddy.
If you want me to do what Ollie would do, then I should split myself in two.
Oh no.
So a shell can clean the wall while I grab some sweet
Well, I didn't. That is not what I meant. You know it, Darryl.
Only fair, Mom.
I'm established by now you have no soul.
What you did.
Fine, fine, but just for recess, all right? Yes. Awesome. All right, Shelby. It's spreading. Okay. He'll do whatever I tell him. Oh, I love this guy. What's that? Recess is already half over.
This is gonna end horribly.
Darryl and Scratch, that is a horrible combination.
Interesting he's green.
Watch and learn.
I give it a 5.
Hmm.
Let me try.
Yeah. Yay, I'm goo.
You know, this actually worked out.
Who knew you had it in you?
But now it's time to get back in your body and go to class.
Oh, better idea. Shelby, go to class. All right.
Oh, boy.
Darryl, I don't think this is a good. Ollie, look at it.
Actually, this is a good thing. His shell self will actually, you know, behave.
Connor wants me to be good. Mom and Dad want me to be good. You want me to be good. Well, I'm being good. See? Oh, look at him. He's taking notes.
Mm.
Okay, just until school's over. Since I'm invisible.
Ready for some consequence-free breaks?
I was wondering how long it takes to connect those dots.
You know what song this is. 'Cause I'm happy.
'Cause I'm ghostly.
Biblical.
How appropriate it's on Passover.
One thing I do like about this season, they make it more obvious when they go translucent.
Darryl, I appreciate that very much.
I am glad the two yous are back together as one. Me too. Totally back together.
Oh, no.
Are you guys laughing? Darryl, what? We agreed on the whole day.
No.
And you know it.
Darryl McGee, you come here right now, young man.
Sure would hate to be me right now. He's about to be so crowded.
Principal O'Connor just called and said you were like a whole new kid today.
O'Connor said, and I quote, Darryl was a model student.
I don't know what's changed, but we are so proud of you.
What do you want? Ice cream? Extra screen time?
Huh. They look really happy.
Now, this obviously isn't enough cookie for a hungry ghost. What do we do? Watch this. Boom. Infinitely higher cookie to body ratio.
Nah.
Mom and Dad are really proud of Orange Shell Darryl, which feels weird. You don't think everyone loves him better than me, do you?
I mean, given the shit that you
I
pull.
love that empty shell over you.
I know you're just a body and not my real brother, but oh, look at us! No shenanigans, all schoolwork. This is nice.
Ollie, too.
And she knows he's not me, which makes it worse. My whole family likes him better. Why?
Yeah, I mean, just because he's a model student and a well-behaved son and a thoughtful brother. Oh, out of me.
Nah.
You know what? I see it now, quite clearly. Wow.
If they love that stupid shell more than they love me, they can have him. I'll just stay ghost forever.
Huh? What?
You know that's permadeath, right?
Real me, Scratch. What do you say? You and me in the ghost world?
I mean, this really spiraled out of control.
Yeah.
It goes forever? Now, I can't think of a reason right now.
Because you die.
Garbage. Just give me 5 minutes, okay? Yeah. Then you'll have everything. My family, my friends, my blueprints for future pranks that will no doubt go to waste. Goodbye, life. Goodbye, honey, everything's. Why? He gets the suitcase too.
Does Darryl seem a little strange to you?
Oh, I am so glad you said it. I know he's behaving better and all, but...
It's like the spark has gone out of him. Just this morning, he was doing hilariously insulting caricatures of authority figures.
But you've only gotten funny with time. Oh no, did we break his spirit? Sharon, we broke our son.
Wait. Maybe Mom and Dad actually do love the real me. The soulful, troublemaking real me. Molly too, probably.
Who's picking that shell over you?
What was I thinking? I can't leave my family with that wet noodle.
Exactly. Glad I can finally get through to you. I'm gonna get some cookies to celebrate.
Huh?
Yeah. You did tell him to go in the garbage.
Yep.
You get me in the trash where you belong.
Always does what he's told. This is on me.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
This just turned into Toy Story 3.
It's about to be recycled. Yep, it's going straight into the furnace.
You know, if the chairman were still around, I think Darryl would be the #1 scare. Yeah.
I won't do it again, ever, okay? Okay, let's go home.
Is it?
Right, not a ghost anymore.
Now you smell like garbage.
Darryl is back. Yes! I'm gonna get into all kinds of classic Darryl shenanigans, and if you love me, you'll just have to accept me as I am.
Oh, Darryl, we love you as you are.
Even with all the trips to the principal's office, the detention slips, after-school detentions, before-school detentions,
Oh,
the
Lord.
middle of school detentions.
But we love you without those things too.
And look, you can forget WWMD. Maybe instead try WWDDTWGHIT. What would Darryl do that won't get him in trouble?
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, I need a drink of water.
Ghost and Molly McGee!
Proud to bring you no moral theater.
I mean, can we just get like some middle ground?
It's like, can you be bad but not on a like property destroying, person endangering level, perhaps?
Reel it back.
Yeah. Like, I know on Simpsons they show Bart always getting into these shenanigans because he literally cannot help himself, but that's kind of an exaggeration given how stupid the rest of the town is and how gullible they are. With this, these people are a little more realistic as to how real people act, so him constantly getting away with that level of shenanigans, I can't see that panning out in the long run. Not without him ending up in prison for a very long time.
I mean, at least in this case, it actually gets through to him about the consequences of his actions.
Well, yeah, because his real body almost died.
Yeah.
Because he decided he was having more fun as a ghost, even though he's dead. And I get now the Scratch is in charge, people probably don't have to adhere to the whole scare, like, quota and stuff anymore, at least for the time being, but even so, it's like, dude, you're still dead. So once again, Darryl just shows what a sociopath he is. But it's worse in this one because it's clear that his parents and Molly enable him. And I get, it's because they love him for who he is, despite how much trouble he causes, but even so, it's like, how far are you willing to let this go on before he spends, like, 20 to life in prison?
Well, like I said, though, it's like, as long as there's a middle ground, and they want him to be who he is, but without the constantly getting in trouble bit. They want him to be creative and everything. So there is that aspect of it. I mean, yeah, they're kind of enabling him, but they also don't want to stifle him too much. They do discipline.
No, they're not just
letting him get away with it. So, yeah, I mean, that is kind of that nice middle ground there, that they're not just gonna let him get away with everything.
Like, some of the stuff he pulls, like, I get some of it is harmless, just, like, scaring someone, but then, like I said, destruction of public property and, harassing somebody, teasing someone. That can escalate pretty quickly. And it's like, you can only get away with that as a minor offense as a kid for so long. So, I don't know, the stuff like that just rubs me the wrong way. Like I said, I kept expecting them to say that he had to get back into his body after a certain amount of time or his body literally would die without his soul there. I mean, I thought that was what Scratch was going to tell him when he said, oh yeah, I'm never going back in. It's like, dude, then you die in real life. Just something about Darryl just, like, creeps me out. It just, like, makes me uncomfortable. And just the way that everybody reacts to him, there's like, oh, that Darryl. It's like, come on.
Yeah, but at the other hand, at times, that behavior has been useful.
True.
They have been able to direct it in a way that actually helps people.
Right. And then as for the first episode, I hesitate to really call it a Libby episode because, they don't really focus on her too much.
Yeah, it's a lot more Molly and, what's his name?
Ollie.
Ollie, yeah.
We know that Libby is capable. It's like, yeah, she had this impromptu responsibility thrown on her, and of course she had to deal with the Sprite in addition to the Ghost Hunter, but we knew she'd pull through because she's Libby and she's awesome. And she didn't even, really defeat the ghost. She kind of, made it understand what she was experiencing.
She made it experience empathy.
Yeah. Which, again, is cool. I like that.
Yeah.
But Yeah, the whole focus with Molly and Ollie, though, it's like, okay, so we got the whole motive for why they hunt ghosts. And I can maybe see the dad's perspective on that. Because, you know, as a kid, you're getting scared to death by this ghost that its job is literally to scare you. But again, as we've learned, the ghosts really had no choice to scare because the chairman made them do it. So, I don't know if Molly's going to attempt to explain that later down the line, or maybe we'll actually meet the ghost that scared his dad to get an explanation.
Could be. Could be, again, that they separate their souls from their bodies and have them
That might
do
be
that.
the only way, you know, it's like, oh, ghosts aren't like us, there's horrible creatures and stuff. I'm like, ghosts were still people once, though. It's like, yeah, I know there are certain sprites that are straight up demonic and stuff, but the point is, ghosts still were once human. Some of them, of course, you know, forget that after death, but even so, they were still once human. So to treat them as a completely different species and stuff really doesn't make any sense. Especially when you consider these people are ghost hunters, you'd think they would have researched all this stuff.
And once again, we start the counter.
Oh yeah, the animal death counter. Oh my god, what is this with this show and killing off animals? It's so messed up. But it's funny too. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I don't see how Molly's gonna get past this one, and I don't know, like their whole relationship is just off-putting to me, because again, he's basically a clone of her. She's in love with herself. Like that really makes her come off as kind of narcissistic in a way, and I guess she has certain traits of that, but that just kind of intensifies it, especially how goo-goo gaga she is over him. And the fact that they're making him basically to be like a Gary Stu in a way with that one big flaw that kind of ruins him. But even so, like as a couple, it just makes him boring.
He's a 10, but he hunts ghosts.
Like I said, I'm sure it'll take like them actually experiencing it to like change their minds, but that's probably way down the road. So what's the next episode?
Next time, Faint of Art and a Soda to Remember.
Have you ever encountered a soda to remember?
So many sodas. My favorite was always the Pepsi Blue.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of mine. Like, I've had so many sodas. To think of what the best one is, whew. I'm gonna have to think on that. So join us next time when we discover what our favorite sodas are. So until then, I'm Kat MacBerrie.
I'm Doug MacBerrie.
Darryl's a menace to society. I will always hold true to that. He's a menace.